and happy Tuesday to everybody. Kelly, how are you doing today? And today we are in Aradesk VNL 670, again fully updated for 1.31. As you guys can see, we do have trailer cables there. Right now we are sitting here in Tucson. We had just picked this truck up from the Volvo dealer. We got a nice blue, white, and red paint scheme on here today, and we've got a load of beverages going on. Junior, how are you doing today? And our first run is going to be taking us up over to Yuma. Well, pretty much right across Interstate 8 out of Tucson here. So without any further waiting, we're going to climb into the truck and get our butts moving down the road. And underneath the hood today, we do have a Cummins 18-speed transmission, what I normally do run. And how are you guys doing this awesome Tuesday? Hey, LeVar, what's up? Hey, good evening, Sandra. How are you doing this fine Tuesday? Francisco, great to see you again on the stream. How's it going? Yeah, we had a really small thunderstorm move through this morning, probably about 8:30. Yeah, I do want to apologize, guys. I am a little late today. I do know that. Oh yeah, we're going to be Jake breaking all over the place today. And one thing I don't understand, in the real world, my brother drives a KW T680. He will not step foot inside of a Volvo. To be honest with you, I personally wouldn't mind it, as I see this as one of the better interiors, very driver comfort, so with the way they have things laid out. So if any of you guys have heard any drivers talking or anything like that, would you drive a Volvo? Yeah, Oregon is looking good, but I have absolutely no news on when it's coming out. One thing I do know is once they say it's going into closed beta, we will then see it in 4 to 6 weeks. The only thing that you are able to change, Junior, is the range slider. Yeah, I don't see what the problem is. These trucks look extremely comfortable. Even if they're not the greatest looking on the outside, well, I think they look great. I would definitely drive one. Oh yeah, there is going to be a lot of wood industry in Oregon. And on the blog, the wood production chain that they had posted, it looks like we are actually now going to be able to get to deliver to a construction site, which looks awesome. Whoa, watch where you're going, Coda. Yeah, I get to that outside view so you guys can see the truck, and I end up going all over the place for some odd reason. I cannot explain it. This trailer is a part of Sissel's Trailer Pack USA. Yeah, it is in the trailer pack. Now, what I went through is I went through the trailer wizard, so I pretty much activated every single trailer so it is available to me. If you have not done that, LeVar, the link will be on the Steam Workshop for the trailer pack. Well, the last I looked, that was for the Steam Summer Sale, unless they went back on sale. They should be at regular price. Unless SCS is doing something that does have it on sale outside of the Steam Summer Sale. But then I wouldn't know for sure, as I haven't looked at the DLC pages for either ATS or ETS2, so kind of strike what I just said there, as I have no idea. Roger that, on the back on sale. Oh, and that's actually a good move by SCS if they did put it back on sale and get more people to buy the game, and then when Oregon comes out later this year, if they like it, they're gonna buy it. Boom, there you go. Oh, I had no idea. I mean, normally, the times that I do know that ATS goes on sale is the summer sale, and then usually for a couple of weeks before a DLC is released. Yo, JT, how are you doing today? JR, how are you doing today? Great to have you joining us. I don't know if I'm going to be buying any DLCs for ETS2. I did buy Special Transport, but I have no idea if I'm going to get any others. And literally, 99.9% of my gameplay is going to be for ATS. Yeah, we are not going to be blindsiding back into that corner. It's, really don't have the patience for it right now. So we're going to take the easy way out of here. Let's see where we can go. We've got a farm around here, which is ADM. I really don't want to pull a reefer, though. I've been doing a ton of that lately. And I don't want to go back across to Interstate 8. We were just up there. Why not? Let's haul this load of machine parts going up to Kingman. And we'll have to go into California a little bit, but no big deal. Haven't pulled a container in a while. And we're going to pull a 53-foot container, so we're going to go all the way to the end here. Which one do we want to haul? Yeah, we're not doing just been hired, unfortunately not trained. We're definitely not doing Schneider. I guess we're going to do a plain white one. That will work for me. Nah, let's do CSX. No, I have not been on California 1 as of yet. Oh, this is one thing that definitely needs to be fixed, is the AI who doesn't know how to merge. More than likely, they are already working on the next state. Holy moly, Coda, keep it in your lane. And in reference to the next state, I am hoping it's not going to be Washington. I'm going to actually hope for either Colorado or Utah. My guess is going to be Utah, though, as that would not... They wouldn't have to start with their ferry system for people who don't have previous DLCs. It would be the only one without a quote-unquote dependency. Yeah, they do like to wait, and it's annoying. Yes, I do float gears. And Amarhi, how are you doing today? Welcome to the live stream. Now, what they are going to be doing, LeVar, is once Oregon is completed, the map team is going to be splitting off into two. So with two different map teams working in different directions. And that's what I've heard from Mohegan, who is a beta tester for SCS. And then in addition to the map teams, they do have other developers who are working on truck models and pretty much game features in addition to that too. Hey Tyler, how are you doing today? So far so good, just gotta get rid of the AI. I don't give a damn, Navajo. I am using the emergency passing links. I am not waiting for you. I don't believe they're going to be adding any cities to any of the current states. Roughly, with the exception of California, every state has had 14 cities. We're probably going to get that exact same thing in Oregon. Favorite truck, and definitely the W900. The map so far, I mean, it's being worked on. It's getting better and better, but when I do want to do a longer haul, of course, I'm going to hop onto coast to coast. Holy heck, Coda. I thought I was in Arizona. I better slow down before I get myself a driving award. Yeah, that's what I get for not paying attention. One thing I want updated the most is not so much the map, but the road signs and exits. And we just passed one that just said gas station. I am used to seeing where since I'm here in the United States, every single exit has a road name and a mile marker. Now that's slowly being worked on. I just wish they would be a little bit faster. You don't need an overly powerful PC in order to play this game. It's not very graphic intensive. What I do recommend for a minimum graphic card, though, would be like a GTX 1050 Ti or an RX 470 570. And of course, if you go to a 1060, a 1070, or even a 1070 Ti and up, you're just going to be able to bump up the quality of the game itself. And this is Eridas Volvo, and I do not have a problem with it. Now, if you're going to be talking about a Volvo from Frank, Peru, yeah, those things suck. Hey, Mike, how are you doing today, Mr. FedEx? We are on our way up to Kingman. Yeah, that would be a Frank Peru model. Those things absolutely suck. They are extremely texture heavy, and they literally will make my system bog. We've got machine parts on the wagon today. Yeah, the FLD is a nice model. That is the truck that I drove in real life. Yeah, I completely agree there, Quack. The VNR is not the greatest of models. I also see that he's working on the Mac Anthem. I am kind of waiting to see how bad that's going to make my computer tank. I drove for a local company that did dedicated freight out of the Walmart DC that is maybe about 20 miles from where I live. I appreciate that there, Quack. Oh yeah, the problem with Frank Peru's model is that every single texture is 4096 by 4096 when that is not even needed. Oh yeah, I pulled a ton of Wally wagons. And then when I actually got moved off of the Walmart dedicated and went up to a Mahoopany, PA, which is where a Procter & Gamble was at, and started doing some hauling for Schneider out of their lot that was up there. And the best part about this was, if we ever got a white trailer and we were going down the highway, of course we had a Schneider, what they call a power number or a truck number. But anytime a driver would mention, hey, you guys testing those Schneider trailers, because at the time they were governed to 55 miles per hour. So we get a white trailer, we would have a running joke that we are driving so fast that we blew all the paint off of it, and that we were checking the wheels to make sure that they would be able to do 65. Because the company I was driving for, we were not governed. Oh boy, bad mistake, bad mistake. And that's what I get for not looking. Normally this road doesn't have a whole lot of traffic on it. Of course I jump out and go to buy Stevens, and what do you know, there's a big old truck sitting right there. When I was doing the dedicated for Walmart, the furthest that I went south was down to Sutherland, Virginia. The furthest west that I went was Detroit, Michigan. Never went to the southern part of New York, like Elmira and Binghamton. A lot of loads went down to West Virginia. Now, when I was doing the dedicated for Schneider, and pretty much we were sent a lot of Virginia, Ohio, and a lot of loads up into Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. Now, when I had first started, I actually pulled skateboards, or if you guys don't know what that is, it's actually a flatbed. And that company that I drove for was everything east of the Mississippi. Yeah, it did. Did not like it in the winter. But what's worse than going to New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine in the middle of winter? Getting sent to New York City. So if you had to go to Long Island, of course, everything going through the city, through New York City, is a damn toll road. And trust me, going across the GW Bridge, that's $20 for a truck. That was not cheap. got a container on the back. One thing I am going to do after this load is I'm going to quick travel to my garage in Los Angeles. I'm going to see if I can get a load going up to San Francisco. I do want to go up to California 1. If I don't see anything in LA, then we're going to go up to Rice-A-Roni and see if we've got anything going south into LA. And my brother drove for Werner, and every time he would like, I'm hauling a Wienermobile. And then he would make fun of the company that he was driving for. Never posted anything on social media, but he was always saying, "We employ rookies, no experience required." Oh, you're gonna wait for me, RNL? Hey, I appreciate it, driver. Your idea, LeVar. That's exactly why I'm doing that. AJ Butler, thank you so much for the subscribe there on YouTube. I do appreciate it. And for doing this, I'm not going to care if I do a external contract or freight market. We're just going to take a look and see what we've got. Oh, there's Santa Cruz. That I can definitely go up the one that way. That would work. Let's check external contracts. I really don't want to do a low boy on this. And that's going to be right up 5. And it looks like nothing going to Rice-A-Roni or up that way at all. Okay, I guess we're going to have to take the low boy. Yeah, this is going to look extremely weird. Most of the Volvos that I see in the real world are pulling dry vans or reefers. I see very few, if any, pulling a lowboy or a flatbed. Hey, Dewan, thank you so much for that, and great to have you here. Another 500 to go before I get monetized again, but one thing, guys, I do not care about making money. I am streaming because I do enjoy it. You think we have time to go for a swim before we get this load up to Santa Cruz? I'm just going to double check external contracts out of here and see if we've got anything going up there. Sacramento? No. Yeah, we're just going to continue with our first job that we had here. And I thought I accepted it. Apparently I didn't. Now I did. Let's go ahead and set my route. We're just going to go up 1 the entire way. What's going on here? Oh, that's up here. Duh. Hello, Coda. What the hell are you doing? There we go. Now we'd be going along the Pacific Coast Highway. Good evening, George. How are you doing today? The only horn available on Erides Volvo is the train horns. And Cummins N14, the 605 horsepower chipped engine. Justin Bunch, thank you so much for the subscribe. I appreciate it. Sweet, hope you enjoy it. Computer chipped is and they pretty much hacked the chip in the engine itself in order to get a higher rating on the horsepower. More than likely not. Unless you got the truck as a glider, more than likely it did not have an N14 in it. Now this is one drive that I would love to take in real life, is pretty much go along the California 1 and run from LA up to San Francisco. And then you get to the northern part of the state. I mean, from what I understand is there's really not any beaches, but it's like all cliff. And that's above like San Rafael and San Francisco. You get up near Eureka and things like that. That would actually be quite good too. Oh, they are not the same truck at all. The body styles are similar. The interiors have been completely reworked in the 780. And the 352 was a cab over. I believe the 351 was a snub nose, not an actual long nose. My day has been awesome, Justin. How about yours? Now, I haven't been through here on the one since it opened. I wonder if they're, I mean, if they didn't, they should add like a little marker on the map that the community helped clear the landslide, at least in the game, even though not in the real world. But if they just left it the same as it was before, I am going to be a little disappointed. Snub nose is a short nose. I mean, we can call this VNL 670. We can call this a snub nose because it's not a long nose, say like a W9 or a 389. No, this is American Truck Simulator. I believe it does, George, but don't quote me on it. Yeah, because if EXHD, that would be extended hood, if I remember correctly. Yeah, we're going to speed a little bit here. That blue van that's there in the granny lane, that truck normally does not go more than 50 miles an hour, so definitely want to get by them. Don't want to get stuck behind them. Even trucks today have old school stripes. I mean, I am one who absolutely loves nostalgic paint jobs on newer trucks. I need to check something here, guys. Okay, there's the one. I'm sitting here going, okay, where the heck am I getting off at? Oh, sweetness, I haven't been to the zoo in a while, as a matter of fact. I think the next trip that I'm going to be planning is I'm going to be taking my mom. We're going to go back down to DC. The last time we were there, we went into the Airspace Museum. I think we're going to go into one of the other Smithsonians, which would actually be a very good trip. And that was a very fun day. I went down there in October of last year. Yes, I see his videos on my YouTube feed constantly. Well, recommended videos. I started streaming roughly about a year ago, Justin. MC, thank you so much for the subscribe there on YouTube. I do appreciate it. Welcome back, Junior. And from what I've seen, I believe that is a 672. Hey, Martin, how are you doing this Tuesday evening? Nope, the 670 is out of production now, and they have replaced it with the 760, 770, 780. We're not to the slide area just yet, but we are going to be there in just a matter of a few moments. And that would be a company spec if the hood mirror is only on the right. And the reason for that is there's a reason why the right side is called the blind side. And what that hood mirror is if you just look out the small mirror there, you really can't see what's right next to you in the door. So that's why they put a hood mirror on there, so you can actually try to get a good visibility on the right side. And the slide area is just up around here, around the bend. Okay, the slide area would have been right in here, and it looks like the only thing they have left there is just those marker there on the right hand side. Pretty much looks exactly the same. Some new road textures, it looks like. And now that we're on the north side of the slide, this is pretty much all 40 miles an hour up until you get to Santa Cruz. And right in here, this is the twisty turny part of the Pacific Coast Highway. So we're going to be backing off Dan Ross here, and just to try to keep it 35 or so. I believe last weekend or late last week, the Iowa 80 in Walcott, Iowa had a truck show. Life is Good streamed some of that, well, showed some of the trucks. Absolutely beautiful equipment. Yeah, I saw that posting on the SCS forums. It looks like the truck is working with the exception of the airlines, and it looks like the nodes haven't been added to it. The link to it, George, is on the SCS forums, and it's in the Lone Star thread. And of course, Cody, you go in the wrong entrance. Whoa, Coda, what are you doing? And what do you know? I got myself stuck. And let's get straightened out in here so we can get the load dropped off. With what there, American truckers? For the new truck for ATS, SES hasn't released that information yet, so I wouldn't go by anything you hear. And there was a picture last Monday of Pavel in front of Navistar in Chicago, but that really doesn't mean anything. I cannot wait for a Mac to get into the game. I don't care which one it is, a Pinnacle, Vision, the Anthem. I do want to have Mac in the game. American truckers, what I would recommend is check your graphic drivers and make sure that they are up to date. And one thing you might want to do is if you do have everything turned up on high, go into your options and then graphics. Take a look at this right here at scaling. Now I'm running at 400%, so say I change this down to 50, everything is still high, but once this is done, I'm gonna hop to the game here. We're gonna keep this, and then we're gonna hop to the game, and then take a look what my dash looks like. Alright, you see how bad it everything got blurry? So this is at 50% scaling. I normally run 400%. So everything here is all blurry and looks like hell. So we're going to change that back to 400. So we go to Options, Graphics, Scaling. We're going to change that back up to 400. I'm running a GTX 1070. Now, if you are running like a 1060 or a 1050 Ti, you're probably, for the 1050 Ti, no higher than 200%. For a 1060 6GB, you can probably get away with 300. For the 3GB version, stay at 200% on scaling. Alright, so we're back to 400%. We're going to hop back into the truck. And there we go, everything all nice and crystal clear again. So that's the first thing I would check, is the scaling in the game, American Truckers. Alright, but anyways guys, I had an extremely long day at work, so I am going to get on out of here. I do want to thank you for watching today, so if you did enjoy the content, make sure you give it a thumbs up. American Truckers, you see the name on the screen there, Amazing ATS, hit me up on Steam. I will be online there in just a few moments. I'll continue to talk to you there. But otherwise, guys, if you are not already subscribed, hit that red subscribe button. If you do want to get a notification every time that I do go live, make sure you enable those by clicking the bell icon. And once again, my name is Coda. You have been watching Amazing ATS. I do hope you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday nights, and we will see you on the flippity flop.